Hey guys, welcome back. Yeah, I was gonna like run to the shrine in the break, but I'm like, the whole point of this game is exploring, so I should do it on camera. I was thinking about like comments and stuff before. It does feel weird, like people have been commenting a little bit, so it's weird that it feels wrong to not, and I don't know, like to engage somehow in what I'm doing right now, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I guess I'm not supposed to be doing anything. The only YouTube I really watch are the Game Grumps, and they don't really talk about comments. They don't even read comments. I don't know. I did feel like, well, it's good. It's nice that people are watching. I feel a little bit less crazy, like I'm just talking to myself. There's part of me that's like self-conscious about doing this and then posting it and then having nobody watch and be like, oh, you're weird, like nobody's watching and you're doing this thing. And I've been doing it for a year, so it's like, what are you doing? This isn't very charismatic to say. I don't know how I'm gonna phrase this, but like, I shouldn't have set it up like that. Okay, I'm gonna die here. I think so. How are you supposed to get up there then? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Shoot. I have to make a thing to get up there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back. Lame. I don't know how I lost track of the other shrine that was closer. So what I was gonna say is like, okay, so I do get comments like once in a while. People watch and then I notice like, well, then they stop a couple weeks later, which is fine. I'm not upset about that or anything, but I wonder what I could do to make people keep watching. Like, what do they want to see? Like, I don't feel bad about that. Like, what am I doing wrong or anything? It's just like, I know there's a way to like mark stuff on the map, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, it's right there. Like, okay, it's in Downton Abbey. Okay. There's a way to do that, like, in the world, but I don't know how. Forget. Oops. Like, people will say nice stuff to me, and it's really nice. I really appreciate it. They'll be like, oh, I like watching your videos, and I relate to like how you talk and stuff like that, and that feels really good, and I really appreciate it. But then a couple weeks later, they stop watching. So so what should I do to like? I know I'm boring. Like, I'm not like, I say this all the time, but like, I'm not PewDiePie. Like, I'm not gonna be like yelling at the screen like, whoa, what's going on? But maybe, I don't know, maybe that's all I can offer is just like watch a couple videos and you'll feel better and then leave. And I guess that would be fine if that's all that this is. That's okay. Um, the I don't know how else to explain it except to say just like the meta narrative of this channel is just like to see someone hopefully make some progress talking from beginning to end. So as long as I feel like that's what I'm doing, I'm gonna probably keep doing this. I did almost quit when I took that long break. I probably just because I'm like, it's hard to start once you didn't do it for like a month. I'm like, well, what's the point? Nobody cares. So that's that. Yeah, nobody should feel bad if like they stop watching if they're watching and then they stop. You're allowed to do whatever you want, obviously. But I just wish. I wonder if it's possible for me to offer something to somebody. Like, I mean, I don't watch. I do still watch Game Grumps a lot, but not like I used to. I used to, like, I don't know, like 5 years ago or whatever. I used to watch them every day, and I really liked it, and I like look forward to seeing it. And I know it's just because they're funny, and I liked watching them play games. I'm not ever gonna be as funny as them. But could I offer something to somebody watching that Game Grumps offered to me, and that I wanted to keep coming back every day? I don't know. I don't know what I would be doing, but it does seem like people come and go, and they get everything they're gonna get out of it in a couple days, and then they're done, and then that's okay. But yeah, that's fine. I do feel weird still about being specific about people watching and being like, hey, thanks for watching. Because I know if I was watching, I wouldn't want people to like say that about me, because I'd be like, ugh. And I had that story about like going on Twitch and somebody mentioned me, and then I clicked out of the video because I didn't like that. So I never really know what to do there. I know that people watching my videos are probably similar to me, so that's why I try to keep that in mind, but I don't know. There was one person who I did help. I mean, she created a channel because I mentioned her before. She created a channel because I think it was because she saw my videos and was like, I kind of wanted to do something similar. And she kind of gave me credit in one of her videos, like, Anthony helped me, so want to do this. And it did feel nice to get credit, so I'm like, oh, maybe I should to get a shout out and be like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, that's me. She mentioned me. So I feel like, well, maybe it would be nice to mention other people, but I don't know. So these shrines are, I guess once they once they started making the open world game, they realized that they didn't really have too many dungeons and too many puzzles. So they're like, well, how do we fix that? So they came up with this idea for shrines, which is a good idea. What's that ball do? It's gonna push me. But this sounds like pretentious to say, but I don't feel like the shrines are very fun. Like the puzzles are very hard. Like it's hard to say that without being like, oh, I'm so smart and I figured out the puzzles, but nothing. I haven't really come across. Maybe like one or two shrines have been interesting, like with you have to use multiple mechanics and runes and stuff, but for the most part, none of them have really been very interesting. Do I need this for something? I don't know. I guess, I mean, the obvious thing is like, well, it's just hard to make puzzles. It's hard. And they focused a lot on making a lot of other aspects of the game good and interesting, and so they didn't have enough ideas for, they have like, I don't know, there's like over 100 different shrines, which is, okay, so now I'm understanding why the puzzles aren't very good, because there's just there's way too many. So I did think of a solution before, but now I'm just thinking, well, the solution is to make less shrines and just make them longer. That would be better. Like, make them mini dungeons, kind of. I don't know why they felt like they had to put in so many shrines instead of just making them longer and like having to do multiple things in a usually when you go into a shrine, it's like, instead of except for like a handful of shrines, most of them are just like, do this one thing and then that's it. Move these fans and then you figured out the puzzle. It's not usually like you do this one thing and then you move on to another thing, and then maybe you come back because you get something out of there and you get like a key and then you go through a different door. It's never really like that. It's usually pretty small and linear. I'm glad that I'm thinking of stuff to say. And I'm not really saying the same stuff I said yesterday, which is interesting. I thought I would just copy what I said yesterday, because I just said it yesterday, so it would be fresh in my head. But yeah, obviously a huge part of Zelda is the puzzles and the dungeons. And in this game, the dungeons, that's one of my major kind of gripes with this, is like, there's only 4 dungeons and they're really small and they're not very hard or interesting. I guess as someone who grew up with Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, those games are very dungeon heavy. Like, in Ocarina of Time there's like, I think there's 10 dungeons. There are the first 3, and then I think there's 7 sages that all have a dungeon, and then there's the last Ganon. I think that's it. And then Wind Waker is similar. Okay, I'll figure out how to get to the next shrine. And okay, I do like talking about this game. It's fun. I don't know why it's hard for me to talk about. It's hard for me to talk about stuff in general, just like when I haven't thought it through. Like, I had a bunch of notes about Zelda, and I just have to keep talking and thinking to refine my points. I guess that's what everybody has to do, but I just never talk, so I never talk. There's something about talking that is different than thinking when you have to make your thoughts into words. I've talked about that before, but like, it's not an intuitive thing. You don't think, you think, well, I think a lot, so I should be able to just talk, but it's a different part of your brain. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.